So Anthony, when do you think the crypto bull run is gonna be over?
Great question. Great question. And that's like the $1 million question, right? Everyone wants to know that question that's involved in cryptocurrency. So everything's been historically based off of the halving. Okay. And the halving happens every 4 years, where the reduction of the supply in the mining aspect is cutting half every 4 years. Okay. And typically when that happens, it basically indicates the start of a bull run. It literally has done it historically over and over and over. The last 3 cycles have done it pretty much perfectly. That's how it's worked, because you're basically taking away the amount of coin, in the sense of, yes, it's still, inflationary in the sense of it still produces more Bitcoin, right? It's not like it's decreasing in supply. It's still increasing in supply, but it's decreasing the amount of supply that is produced in half every 4 years. So we call it the halving, and basically that starts the run. And the runs historically go for about 24 months, JC, about 2 years, pretty consistently. In that time period, we could see the run that happened in 13-14, kind of how that one played out. The biggest one so far was 2017, 2018, right? And what happened there was Bitcoin basically got up to about $20,000 in basically December of 2017. Got up to about 20K. And basically from there, it went down. And then it created, basically, we had Bitcoin top out. And typically how it works is the liquidity, meaning all the guys that made money in Bitcoin. This is not the retail customer. These are the big people, right? The big money, right? They take their profits in Bitcoin and then they move them to the altcoins. So typically the altcoins, such as Ethereum, Cardano, XRP, these coins will actually run after Bitcoin tops out. And it goes for about 2 to 3 weeks. And basically how it happened in 17 was topped out in December for Bitcoin. Altcoins all made all-time highs in January. Okay, wow. All of them. Ethereum went to $400. XRP went to about, $320, something like that. All these coins made all-time highs. Litecoin went to like almost $350, $400. They all went to all-time highs January, and then we went to the bear market. And basically the bottom of the bear market was pretty much December, January of the following year.
Right.
So literally 12 months, I'm talking 12 months of downward action. People are like, what? Like, what do you mean? It could go backwards for 12 straight, like it could go backwards for 12 straight months. And that's the difference of a bull market and a bear market, right? That's called a bear market. Okay. And Bitcoin historically retraces 80 to 85% every time. Okay. And until we're proven wrong, the theory sticks. Okay. It retraces 80 to 85% every time. So Bitcoin actually, so people to know this, Bitcoin touched 20,000 in December of 2017. It got all the way down to a low of about, basically $3,000.
Yep.
From 20 to 3. Okay. Ethereum, 1,400 in January of 2018, all the way under $100.
Man,
that's what happens. Okay. So we've been in a run, right? Okay. And we're at the end of a cycle right now. This is December 1st. Okay. If I had to predict, I would say this will be the most explosive month we've ever had in crypto. Wow. That's a big statement to make, right? This will be the most explosive month we ever had in crypto, specifically for Bitcoin. I believe Bitcoin probably tops out this month. Okay. We don't have much time. We're floating around $58,000 in real time right now, almost 60,000. I say we top out between 90 and 120. Okay. I'm not going to give you
it go up that much this month.
That quick. Yep. We've already seen earlier.
We got to release this episode ASAP, man. Imagine.
Yeah. So I can tell you guys, earlier this year, we've seen $10,000, $12,000 days. We've already seen that. That's already proven to happen. We could see that when the big money wants to move the price, they can move the price. We've also seen a test. So like last week, they were testing the price. They pushed it up to push it down to push it back up. Why are they doing that? Because they're seeing how much liquidity needs to be dumped into the market to get it to the levels they need it to be at. Okay.
Really?
This is a big game. Okay. This is not the retail customer. Okay. This is not the guy with $100. These are people moving billions of dollars. Okay. Big money. Okay. And I can tell you, they were testing it. And we've kind of like, as you saw the last few days, we've kind of solid pricing, right? We're holding our own now. Ethereum looks really good. We're like 3% away from all-time highs. Ethereum looks very, very strong, looking like it's going to go right through $5,000. But I think Bitcoin will top out this month. Okay. I'm not one of those guys that say, oh, we're going to have a, what do they call it? The lengthening cycle. The cycles are just going to get longer. It makes no sense for the big money to make the cycles longer. JC, for example, let's say you're Bank of America right now. Let's say you're a major institution, or you're a JP Morgan. Why would you want Bitcoin to go to 300 grand? That would be the dumbest thing in the world, right? Because you haven't accumulated enough yet. You rather that price go back down when all these retail customers freak out, give you all the coin back for nothing. Why buy Bitcoin for 300 when we're going to get it next year at 20?
Wow.
That's the name of the game. And of course, they'll make money on the way up, and then they'll short the market and make money on the way down. But I think Bitcoin will top out this month, probably towards Christmas. It's going to be an interesting Christmas. Some people are going to have some good money for Christmas, I think. That could be exciting. And after Bitcoin tops out, the altcoins run through January. Okay. Could get extended, possibly, maybe go February, March, potentially. I don't see it though. I think we've been in a long enough bull run. I also think deflation will hit. Okay. We've talked about inflation so much this year. You see like a 6.5% inflation, right? That's what they say. It's much more than that, but way more than that. But that's what they say, right? The governments, the agencies, whatever the case may be. But I can tell you, we've been talking inflation. One thing I can tell you, no matter which party, Democrat, Republican, they know if the dollar goes to crap, we lose our power in the world. They know that. No matter who you are, if you're in the United States, you know that. This is the world reserve currency currently, the US dollar. I think they stop printing money, okay, and the dollar becomes king. Cash becomes king. And when cash becomes king, what does that do? It hurts all financial markets because everything's pegged against the dollar. Your stock is pegged against the USD value. Your Bitcoin is pegged against the USD value. So when deflation hits, of course, cash is king. For those of you that have some cash right now, hey, real estate's going to get hit. Financial markets are going to get hit. All the stuff will get hit. And then that's how you take advantage of opportunities. That's what the Donald Trumps, the Robert Kiyosaki's, they love crashes because guess what? They buy everything up in a crash when everyone's panicking. So there'll be a lot of opportunity there, but I think we go into the bear market and we'll probably get the lows of Bitcoin, Ethereum, all these coins probably next December, January. We'll be at lows. Okay, the bottom, and then we'll start working our way back up slowly but surely. You don't get the parabolic move until really the last year of the cycle, right? But we'll start working our way back up, and that's how it's always gone. And the altcoins, they've historically retraced 90 to 95%.
Oh, shit.
So these other coins, like I said, Ethereum went from $1,400 under $100. That's right. What they do, right? They historically have done that, and until we're proven differently. That's just facts. That's information. You can go look up the charts. You can go see what they've done. That's why it's a very unique game. And of course, that sounds scary, right, JC? Like you're new to investing. That sounds scary. Like, oh my God. But that's also where the opportunity lies. Volatility gives you opportunity. And you have to understand how the volatility works and how you take advantage of things. And there's nothing ever wrong, taking money on the way up. You can never go broke taking profits. And of course, when you invest, never invest more than you're willing to lose. And that's how you make actually good investment decisions, because most people invest money that they're emotionally tied to, money they need to pay their rent this month. And guess what? They take it out 2 weeks before the thing goes up 500% because they're stressed, because they're emotionally tied to it. Yeah. That's the key. So you got to be emotionless. I think the best investments I've made in real estate, into crypto, into many different industries, I forget about the money. When I make an investment, it's like that money's gone. Whatever happens, happens. But I let the investment do what the investments are supposed to do. And you got to give the investments time, because time is your best friend when it comes to investing. So that's what I think. That's my analysis, JC. A little long-winded, but I think Bitcoin tops out this month. And I think the next 20, 30 days, bro, are going to be really aggressive. Hopefully this clip, we play this, 6 months from now, a year from now, this is going to be a crazy clip. And basically the altcoins, I believe, run through January. I see that happening.
All right. Well, hey, you guys heard it here. Let's see how it goes. You've been very accurate, man. You've been very accurate. Not only that, it's true what you say, man. December or November of 2017, my buddy Gallo goes to my house to sell me a Bitcoin. $19,000, bro. I say, sell me 2 Bitcoin, Gallo. He says, no, 1. Over the phone, right? And then because he's coming over to my house. So then I tell my wife, at the time we weren't married, she was my girlfriend. I said, Gallo's coming over. I need you to help me convince this guy to sell me 2 Bitcoin instead of 1. She says, all right, cool. So Gallo shows up to the house. We're talking. So you can sell me one more Bitcoin, Gallo? He says, no, I'm only selling you 1. So Jennifer gets involved, says, come on, Gallo, do us a favor, man. We're friends, blah, 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 blah. Long story short, she convinces him to sell me 2 Bitcoin. I paid $19,000 each Bitcoin. And then it went down to like 10,000 bucks, bro. I sold at 11 and 10,000.
So you bought the top, JC. You bought the top.
I bought the top, bro. I bought the top, man.
And honestly, see, a lot of the times, like that situation probably is the best thing ever happened to you because it actually educates you. See, when people have a lot of success very early on and they don't go through that kind of stuff, they actually don't develop skills and don't educate themselves. So I'd rather get hit very quickly with a situation so that I'm prepared for it in the future.